Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince, yet again to show you another game that I've found about. The game is called Darkest Hour. It's a Hearts of Iron game, as you can see, and it's published by Paradox Interactive and made by fans. You can buy it on Gamersgate and on Impulse, I think. It's 10 euros, so it's pretty cheap. It is powered by the Europa engine, and it is that is based on Hearts of Iron 2, so don't expect it to look like Hearts of Iron 3, which is fine. Now, obviously we have the tutorial here. Here you have a welcoming screen, and with some options you can learn more about the overview and interface, the basic warfare, production, research, diplomacy and government, and advanced warfare. But let's go back to the main menu for now. So, and let's check the other options. First, I would like to check the multiplayer options. Looks like we've got LAN. Yeah, we've got LAN play and direct IP. That's basically what the multiplayer is. For now, I'll what am I saying? Well, I'll go to single player and I'll show you the two scenarios that are in the game. This is the Great War scenario, the road to another war scenario. So you've got two scenarios in the game, 1914 and 1936. As for the options, you can change the difficulty, AI aggressiveness, game speed, but this thing you can change in game as well. So this option doesn't have to stay like that throughout the game. Share countries, I'm not sure about that yet. I think it has something to deal with being able to choose the same nation, but I think that's the multiplayer. Autosave, you have some options here, 5 to be exact. You can use counters or not. This setting can also be changed in the game itself. Democracy can start war, obviously. This has something to do with UK and USA and France being able to declare war and other democratic nations. As for the end date, you can use the scenario end date or some other options here, which obviously tell you how much you can play for. I'm not sure which is the date, the scenario end date. I'm not sure what it is. Not sure what it is for the 36 scenario either. So in the 1918 you've got quite a lot of nations to choose from. I mean 1914 scenario, sorry. You can right click and choose other nations from there as well. Let's take a look at the nations themselves and their flags. France, Russia, Italy, Germany, Austria-Hungary, Ottoman Empire, USA, Japan, Republic of China, Canada, Belgium, Union of South Africa, Greece, Serbia, Romania, Australia. Oh, as for this one, this picture doesn't have anything to do with World War I. It's all about World War II. Anyway, Australia, Bulgaria, British Raj, which is in India, and nationalist Spain. So like I've said, you can right click and choose a different nation from the list if you want to. Now let's go and see how the map looks like and everything else. I'll just start with Germany. It is fatal to enter any war without the will to win it. General Douglas MacArthur. Obviously, that's common sense. Okay, so we are in game. Standard scenario, the faction with the most victory points on the 27th of June 1942 will win this game. You can check the detailed victory point standing at any time by pressing F6. Or you can view the faction summary at any time during the game by pressing F1. So let's click start game and pause. Now let's switch to political map mode, or well, actually let's stay on terrain map mode. This is how the terrain map mode looks like. So this is a forest, it's marsh, plains, mountain, hills, urban, political map mode, let's check the weather map mode as well. Economic map mode, it shows the resources and how much I see there is in infrastructure and manpower as well. Fairly nice. Now the supply map mode shows how well they are supplied. Partisan map mode, I think this one shows the revolt risk. Region map mode. Area map mode. Obviously it shows you, I mean there are different colors for each region. Diplomatic map mode. This shows yourself in green and the other nations, since they're neutral I guess, are shown in this color. Victory points map mode. This makes the victory points stand out. Like for example, Moscow. So it looks very similar to Hearts of Iron 2, but the map is quite different. The style is similar though. See the provinces we are currently controlling. What else? We got some decisions here. Purge of the army. Armies. We got plenty of divisions. Let's see how many we got. 113. That's a lot. Air units. Not so many. Naval units. I believe we should have a lot of them. Yeah. See the intelligence tab? We can increase intelligence funding and decrease intelligence funding, which makes our spies more effective in our own nation. As for auto spying, I guess this turns on. This allows the AI to control this tab. Let's see the technology tab. Okay, it looks like we have plenty of technologies here. Armor and artillery. Naval. Aircraft. An overview where we can see more information. Industrial. Land doctrines. This is the World War I doctrine. Secret weapons. Naval doctrines. Secret weapons we won't have for a while. Yeah. Air doctrines. And let's see our tech teams. Those are tech teams of Germany. Quite nice. Now let's go over to economy. We are currently building some battleships, battlecruisers and light cruisers. And here I think we can add more serials. Yeah, that's true. We can use these buttons to prioritize them differently if we wish to. We can make divisions like this and we can attach brigades to them. Or we can create the brigade attachments themselves and attach them to divisions when we want to. As for air wings, we don't have many types researched yet, and our interceptors are quite useless. They have 0 in everything. We don't yet have the technology required to build air bases. As for fleets, we can build quite a lot of ships and subs as well. And we also don't have the technology required to build naval bases, which is fine. Now the diplomacy tab is quite similar to Hearts of Iron 2, to the one in Hearts of Iron 2 and Arsenal of Democracy as well. You have the head of state, the head of government, la la la, and the other funny stuff. You can change them at the cost of 1 dissent. Well, not these two, but the others you can. And the sliders here. I like this reminder. It's quite useful. Now the statistics, unfortunately there are no casualties here in the statistics. Hopefully they will add them in a patch, because I'd really want them in. It would be nice to have. And unfortunately the game doesn't support 720p resolution. That's 1280 by 720. Now in the top of the screen we have some resources. They are the ones that you can find in Hearts of Iron 2 and Arsenal of Democracy as well. You have energy, metal, rare materials, oil, supplies, money, manpower, nuclear bombs, which we won't have in World War II, obviously, descent, transport capacity, and industrial capacity, of course, base IC, available IC, and I mean wasted IC, available IC, and base IC in that order. So we are below our base IC, which is bad. Here I forgot to mention the convoys and the resource depots. You can make convoys yourself, resource convoys or transports, whatever you want to do. You can put the AI on why am I so not finding my words today? Okay, you can make the AI control these sliders by clicking this button over here. If it's ticked, the AI will control these sliders. Now if you tick one of these buttons, it will prioritize, for example, reinforcements over some other sliders. So it will put more IC in here than on other sliders. So let's test that out. See, now I stopped prioritizing this and we're now using less IC. So I guess this is pretty much it. Oh wait, let's look at the menu in game. You can save. In the options here, you can choose the game speed, whether to use counters or not, autosave, and volume. Now I don't understand why they didn't add these two options in the options that you can find in the main menu. So, and it has been like that since Hearts of Iron 2, and it still is like that apparently. You have the message settings as well, quite a lot of them. If you click on one of them, you get these 4 options: how to display it, or if you want to display it at all. Now you got the hints, which you can disable by pressing this button. Of course, that's pretty much it. That was my first look for Darkest Hour. All my thanks to Fernando Torres and the team. I've managed to play it a bit, and I have to say that it's quite nice. So I recommend this game so far, even though I've barely played it, but it seems quite polished and all the options work correctly, as they should. Well, all the options that I've used work correctly, and I especially like the fact that you can order by, and you can filter by whether by their ranks or by their skill, or sort them by their skill or alphabetically. I hope you enjoy this, and you should buy this game if you're into grand strategy. I'll see you all later.